Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this MedEngage program, which is our second episode that we are having. The first one we had last year, which was a great success. Thank you, all of you, for participating in this and this noble cause. Now, what exactly is this MedEngage program and why are we having it? I'll just elaborate this a little bit so everyone understands what it is. Now, when I was in the medical college doing my undergraduation and the post-graduation, I realized there were 4 or 5 glaring deficiencies in the medical college which needed to be plugged. The first was, I remember in my own class, I had 2 very bright students who were my colleagues, and suddenly one fine day we found that they had quit. On inquiring, they said they quit because even though the college fees were subsidized, they could not afford them and they did not have money to buy the books. So there was a family pressure to quit and they quit. So I think we really lost 2 fine budding doctors. They got admission in the medical college on their own steam and still they could not do it because of lack of money. The second problem which I found there was amongst the students, there was a bit of a lack of motivation. The reason was there was nothing which would encourage them to do something better, excel, or do something better rather than just study. Those days, all the students, all that they did was study for the day in and day out, make sure they pass their exams to become a doctor. Actually, if you see amongst the doctors, most doctors, they are recipients of some prizes only very lately in their life, say after 55 or 60, when they reach senior, when there are some prizes they get like BC Roy Award or Dhanvantri Award or some government awards like Padma Shri. Otherwise, during the whole career, there is just no framework where they get any kind of awards. Third was, of course, the quality of thesis. When you are doing a post-graduation, that is MD or MS, all of us were supposed to write a thesis. Idea behind it was that they wanted students to be encouraged to do some research based on which the thesis was written. But unfortunately, this idea remained only on paper because most of the people either they did not pay enough attention to the thesis, either they copied the old students' thesis and put forward as theirs, or they were written very badly. Now, I found there were 2 reasons for this. One thing was there was no motivation to do some excellent quality of research on which the thesis could be based. And the second reason was that any kind of a research requires a lot of funds. And these people did not get any kind of funds. They had to pay their own money, which was beyond them. So with the result, the thesis remained only on paper. The fourth very important point was the poor training. See, in our medical colleges, we found that, like say pathology, for example, the equipment which we were using, the techniques which we were using were all medieval. What was not being practiced in the private practice for 30, 40 years back, they were still practicing, doing the same tests in the medical school, using the same equipment and the same techniques. So this, unfortunately, because of this, what happened when students passed out from medical college, they were not equipped to start their own laboratory. They were not equipped to work in a private hospital laboratory because they were not exposed to any of the technologies. They found great difficulty and they had to learn by trial and error. So it was always my desire that all these 4 or 5 deficiencies which are there, somehow, if they can be plugged. And that's why the idea came to my mind, why don't we offer these to the students so that they come out as better students or better doctors when they come out of the medical college. So all these scholarships and the programs which you have started are to plug these 3 or 4 issues. First thing is for the poor students, we have got a scholarship where they are given a financial help to during the time that they are doing their undergraduation and post-graduation. For lack of motivation and to encourage everyone, we also have prizes for either excelling in the work or excelling doing something related to the medical field, something more than studying. So we actually have prizes for this. Third, of course, is when they are writing the thesis, we give encouragement and we give them a grant to do the testing at a discounted rate or at a free, so that they are able to do a better quality of thesis for their MD and MS. Fourth thing is for training them to the newer technologies, we offer internship program for the students in terms of training them at our own laboratories for a certain specific period of time where they're exposed to these new techniques and new technologies. So this is how we felt that we have to do our own bit to improve the caliber of the medical studies. I think this is a great success by the fact that last year we had 700 applications for all these prizes and scholarships. This year, the 700 have gone to 1,500 applications. And keeping in mind this, even we on our part, these scholarships and prizes, what we had last year, 35 to 40, we've increased them to 70. So that more and more number of people can avail for this. So I think it's an initiative we would love to continue for a long time to come. And I'm sure this is something which is being highly appreciated by the medical fraternity. I also would like to give special thanks to the jury members who are instrumental in selecting these scholarship and the candidates for the prizes. And without them, I think this whole exercise would have been very, very incomplete. I also would like to thank our Managing Director, CEO, and the Marketing Department of Metropolis for accepting this idea and taking it forward, where it has become a great, great success. I hope as this MedEngage goes from strength to strength in the coming years, we are able to expand it further, incorporate more things, and we would love to have suggestions from you all if there is anything more that we can do to incorporate, which to be incorporated into this program to make it a greater success. Thank you very much.